Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you can hear me okay. Hope you can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. It's good. Can you hear me? Hope you can hear me. I don't usually do the the microphone. Okay, cool. We can hear. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing, everybody? Hit you with this quick scope. Doing some family vacay. So before I go and paint some ornaments or decorate some Christmas cookies. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of encouragement, motivation, inspiration. So, we are doing some vacationing, and we're up north here in Wisconsin. Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from Michigan. Okay. And so, hey, how you doing? And we're doing some vacationing, and so I come upon an article. Yeah, cool family stuff. So, come upon an article, and it actually talks about they were doing a feature article on this kid named Demetrius, and it's called "Failing Another Generation." And what's really interesting is I really believe that the key to success is not this. That's not the key to success. I believe the key to success is making sure that you have the right inner image. And when you have the right inner image, it'll cause you to function the right way. I believe when you have a wrong or broken inner image, it will lead you to a place where it can express itself, which will not be success for you. And so, something that my dad actually tells, he tells a story. Good morning, James. He tells a story when he has a chance to minister to like youth and young people, kids. Um, he has a story that he talks about, talking about the chickens and the eagles. And you might have heard the story before, but he talks about how an eagle was born in a chicken coop. And for all his life, he grew up and thought he was a chicken. And so he tried to fly. He tried to do the things that when the other eagles came and said, "Why are you down here in this chicken coop?" And he said, "Well, I'm a chicken." He said, "No, you're not a chicken. You're an eagle." And so the other eagles tried to get the eagle to fly, but he couldn't. And it was because of the environment that he was surrounded by a lot of chickens. And the significance of the story is, and there's two endings to the story. One ending is he learned how to fly and discovered that he was really an eagle. And then the other ending is he died in the chicken coop thinking he was a chicken. And the significance of the story is that you always live out your inner image. However you think you are on the inside is what you're going to live out on the outside. And so this eagle, even though he wasn't a chicken, he lived with a bunch of chickens. And so that made him think that he was just like them because he grew up in the same place they did, and he saw them doing what they were doing. And I thought that was so interesting because I was reading this article, right? I'm going to flip it around. Give me a second. Hold on. So I'm reading this article, right? And so this kid Demetrius, he's talking about the racial divide and the racial achievement gap in Wisconsin schools. And so, and I'm not talking about this, to make it about race, but he's talking about the racial achievement gap. And that this local paper, it was very, really interesting to me. This local paper talks about some students thrive in Wisconsin despite the worst black white achievement gap in the nation. And it says that this black white achievement gap is the worst in the nation. And I'll give you an example of what it means. It says that just over 15% of black students tested proficient in statewide math exams compared to 43% of white students, which is really interesting. And it also says that Wisconsin high schoolers are among the top scorers on the college ACT aptitude test. So historically, Wisconsin students are pretty bright, but it says the rate at which black students in Wisconsin graduate is 66%, and the rate at which white students graduate is 93%. And I think all of this is so interesting because of what they started talking about, the reasons why. And they started talking about, socioeconomic reasons, but they actually named that the biggest reason why some of these black students aren't doing so well is because low expectations that damage students' motivation. And it actually talks about Demetrius. And the thing about Demetrius is he's like an AP student. He's a great student. But he was, I think, as he was going up in the high school, he was having some challenges in a couple of his classes. And I think especially one of his honors classes. And it said the teacher, hey, how you doing? It said the teacher was more concerned with trying to get him out of the class than to try to assist him so he can do well within the class. And I just thought it was so amazing that this whole article really starts to go towards the issue that we have sometimes in motivating our students. And it's talking about the black students here, but just I'll say students in general, motivating our students who traditionally maybe haven't done as well, motivating them and assisting them in doing better rather than trying to push them out into mediocrity. And that was the whole basis of the article. Like they were saying, Wisconsin school boards need to do better in motivating and encouraging their minority students instead of just dumping them into lower level classrooms when they're being challenged with these AP and honors courses. And so Demetrius actually he wants to go into law. He wants to be a judge, and he has all AP courses and is doing excellent. But I just thought it was so interesting how, once again, the right inner image will help you perform at high level. But when you have the wrong inner image, and sometimes that wrong inner image, excuse me, that wrong inner image is assisted by people. People assist in helping you have the wrong inner image, saying that you can't do it, you won't do it because of your color, because of where you come from, because of your environment, or maybe because of how your parents are, or whatever it is, because of your age. You don't have what it takes, so you can't do it. So you just go ahead and sit down. And it's wrong. It's terrible. It's not the truth, because you were made in God's image, and the extent of your potential is what God has said it is. And so a lot of us, we have only scratched the surface of what our potential is. But what's really cool is that when you encourage people to step up to their potential, then they do awesome. They do great. I have one kid in our youth ministry who got his GED. He dropped out of high school, but I encouraged him to get back in. So he got his GED and then is now taking college courses. And I actually saw him a couple weeks ago, and he was so thankful. And, he had like tears in his eyes. And this is one of the kids who had definitely lived street life and had lived a tough life. And he said, Pastor Dave, I just want to thank you. You're the only one that saw it in me. You're the only one that would tell me that I could do it. You were the only one in my life that would say, stick with it, you can do it, you got it, there's more in you than you know. And he was so thankful even to this day. And he has such a big smile on his face, like, he would come up to me, sometimes every several months he would come up to me, he'd show me his grades, like, look, Pastor Dave, I'm doing it, I got back in, I'm doing it. And it's all about that, it's all about that courage. It's all about, really having that confidence. Even, I'll tell you a story, even our middle son, Jordan, he actually has done really well in one particular class in which it was an honors class. And he was being challenged, and his teacher specifically didn't think, he could do well, and thought that this was not the right class for him. But we continued to encourage him, work with him, and he continued to work hard and got a great grade in the class. And his teacher actually ended up emailing us as parents, emailing us unprompted, and said that I'm proud of the student that Jordan became over the semester. And so it actually even passed his teacher's expectations. And that's what life is all about. It's about living up to our full potential. It's about winning against all odds. It's about living out that inner image. It's about becoming who God has designed you to be, because a lot of times there's more inside of us than we know. And so I just want to encourage you guys, live life from the inside out, not from the outside in. Live with a correct inner image, and that inner image is according to who God has made you. And so just know that you got a ton of potential inside of you, and don't let anything or anybody limit you. So you got it. So that's my quick scope. So I appreciate the likes and the hearts. Also, please make sure, if you haven't followed me before, my name is DavidSWinston. I love encouraging people, and so make sure to follow so you don't miss out on any of the scopes. So right now, I'm going to go make some ornaments and go paint and frost some cookies. And so, hey, thanks. Got my No Fear Here shirt on. Yeah. So thanks, Kanisha. I appreciate that. So yeah, so I'm gonna go enjoy some nice, wholesome family activities, and you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon.